Hey guys, Erin here again, and this time I want to talk to you. I'm back in my car. I'm still in my car. I found a better angle for the light. Unfortunately, you can't see anything but me in my car. Sorry. I want to talk about the whole discussion that's kind of going on right now about why BookTube. Why are we on BookTube? Why do we do this? What are we hoping to gain? And is BookTube, does it even have a point? Just give me 1 second. So I think this starts better off with me starting by telling you why I'm on how I got to BookTube. I used to be on Goodreads. I'm still on Goodreads. I use it to track my TBR, but I found that I didn't really connect with people on there, and I didn't find that sense of community that I was looking for, and I found in other places previously. So, when I learned about BookTube, I kind of checked it out. I came over and I was like watching, and I found a lot of people that I liked. I thought I enjoyed the energy. I enjoyed kind of the whole concept of BookTube, but I found that it felt like there was a piece missing to BookTube. It was very focused on young adult books and a little bit of science fiction and fantasy here and there, but mostly young adult. And I thought that maybe there was a place where someone like me that reads more adult fiction could actually do that. We could read some adult fiction and we could talk about it. So I saw the platform itself as a way to push myself outside of my comfort zone, because filming videos of myself talking about books was definitely not in my comfort zone. And like today I'm like on the road and I have no makeup and I kind of look awful, but whatever. I'm outside of my comfort zone. So it was able to push me past some of my fears and talk about books that I didn't think were being represented as much. I've since found more booktubers that actually read adult literature, and they read a lot like I do, like genre fiction and some classic literature, and I'm starting to build a community of people that are like me, and it's great because we can chat about things, and I get a better sense of community than when I was just writing words on a screen. It was never really about being creative for me. It wasn't a creative outlet. I've got plenty of those without BookTube. It's about sharing my love of books and sharing books with people who might be interested in the same books as I am, and the ability to discuss the books with people. So the process of reading isn't something new or different. You find books, you read them, you enjoy them or you don't enjoy them, and you move on, right? You talk about it and you move on. The quest to make this a new or different experience seems to be a bit of a wrong focus to me, because the focus here is the books. The creativity comes from the authors and the stories you're reading. I do find that with a lot of booktubers, booktube channels, you're going from one video to another, and they're all talking about the same book at the same time, and there's not a lot of variation in what they think of those books, which that gets stale and old, right? So, and if you try to go beyond like just read, review, repeat, you're gonna end up in a situation where you're creating clickbait. It's like, so you start seeing things like, I read this book standing on my head, watch what happened next. You know what those videos are. And is that really what you want to do? No. I mean, the reality is that reading is reading, no matter how you do it. You can't find a lot of unique ways to talk about books, but I love listening to people talk about things they're passionate about. And finding new and different books than everyone else is talking about is where the uniqueness comes from, rather than a new way to talk, like a new way to film a video. So when I think about people talking about what they're passionate about, I follow a Chinese food vlogger. Now, if you're interested in this at all, I believe it's Simply Dumpling. He's a young guy. The most recent videos I've been watching, he was living in San Francisco. I'm not sure if he still is or not. And he really, like, I love watching his videos because he talks about Chinese culture and he talks about food. And I don't think his videos would be served by finding a new creative way to film them or new creative things to do. The interest there is in, like, what he's eating and why he's eating it and how it relates to his culture. I think if he tried to find creative ways to do his videos, it would drive me nuts. Like, what are you going to do? Yeah, you know, sorry, just a second. Camera slipping. I apparently picked the busiest highway in the world to do this on. I feel so smart. Okay. It's just funny because it's like a crappy highway that nobody ever drives on. Yeah, so what I watch his videos for is information about food and his culture. And I don't know if I would enjoy it as much if he started throwing in different things just to be different. So I watch BookTube because I want to talk about and hear about books. I don't care where you film. I don't care how you film. I don't care if you know, if you want to do it creatively, like there's some people doing some really creative things out there. And Big Haired Bookworm is one of them. I love the way she starts all her videos. She's just having fun with it. And you can tell that she's having fun and she's enjoying what she's doing. So if you can do that in a creative way and still talk about books without being obnoxious, then knock yourself out. Do it. But if you're doing it creatively just because you feel like you have to attract new viewers or stay fresh or not get stale, it's going to come across that way. And I don't know that that's really the goal of BookTube, right? I mean, we're here to talk about books. Be yourself. Feeling pressure to act in a certain way or talk a certain way is ridiculous. Now, this comes from a video I saw a while ago. Yeah, Katie, who was talking about how she had so much pressure from her viewers to be upbeat and happy, and if she wasn't all the time, then she would get comments about, oh, are you okay? How are you feeling? Is something wrong? And I'm just going to say, that's none of your business. And, yeah, you know, unless you're my friend and like really close to me, if I come across different in a video, or in this case with bright red cheeks because it's been a long day and I have no makeup on, I don't want you to inquire about my health because frankly, I don't know you and your health is none of my health is none of your business. Your health is none of my business. So unless I choose to share it. So I think that who I am on my videos is who I am in real life. This is like I'm talking to you, only I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my phone on the steering wheel of my car, which is kind of odd. Yes, it is. Sorry, I've got notes written here, so I just want to make sure I'm saying anything, everything I plan to. So when I talk about books, I like to think that the things I'm saying and the way I'm saying them are the exact same way that I would talk to you about them. If I was at a book club, I wouldn't want people to do things just because it's creative. I would actually want people to talk about the book and have a discussion about the book in a normal way, the way you have a discussion, right? The meetings don't have to be new and different every time. You drink wine, you eat some snacks, and you talk about the book. You don't have to have a creative way to deliver discussion points or creative questions to answer. That's how I feel about BookTube. When I'm here, it's like I'm in a book club and I'm talking to you guys about things I love, which are books. We bring our experiences to this, all of our life experiences to our reading, and seeing how that affects our book choices and how we feel about books is part of what's really interesting for me. I want to know, like I try to share when I don't like a book, or even when I do like a book, how I can relate my life to it. I try to. Don't always successfully do that, but I do try to. And I try to tell you what the book evoked in me for feelings, even if it is just utter boredom. And that's what I find the most interesting. How we react to books as individuals with our own life and own histories. I do find BookTube to be stale and wonder why I'm here when video after video after video is talking about the same thing. The same thing over and over and over again. The same book over and over again with the same, oh my God, I loved it review, or oh my God, I hated it review, or oh dear, this book is problematic. It seems like once one person has a review, or like there's just a domino effect of video after video after video about that book. And that's how I feel. Like, I'm more likely to look at that and go, oh, somebody else talking about X book, than I am to think, ooh, a TBR. I look at TBRs, I look at the standard videos, and often I'm like, ooh, I want to see what they're reading. But if it's a book review about yet another book that everyone's reviewed, I'm like, I'm less likely to watch it. And that might be why people find that book reviews get lower views. Yeah, I think that what I'm here for is what I came here for to begin with, was the community and making connections with people. And why I'm staying is because I enjoy what I'm finding here. And if I get to a point where I'm not enjoying it, where I'm not digging what's going on, or I'm, feeling like I'm tired of doing discussions about books, then I'll probably stop. And I probably won't make a big deal out of it. I'll just be like, okay, that's it. I'm done. It's been great, but I'm done. Not that I don't love this, but yeah. So I know Indie Insomniac kind of did a video on this. I saw Harriet Rosie. God, I'm bad with names today. Did a video on it, and I watched that today. And I just found all the perspectives interesting. And what are we here for? We're here to talk about books. And how do you talk about books? By talking about books. Yeah, if you feel like things are getting stale, maybe it's because you're reading the same books that everyone else is talking about. And it's really hard to stand out and be unique in that environment. So, have fun, be creative, find your own books that are not the book of the moment, the trend, what everyone else is reading. And you might surprise yourself and find that it's not as stale as you really thought. So that's my take on this. That's why I'm here. Yeah. Bye.